Thank you, everybody, for being part of today's program. We thank God for the day today that the Lord has blessed. Today, I want to use the opportunity to say, so you all can help me to share this video. We are all part of the same situation. We are, finding a way for us to be able to win this election coming in Edo State, even though we've already won, but we still have to keep on thriving and, persuading people who are still on, convincing people. We still have to talk sense into them so that they can see reality. Having said that, I want to use this opportunity to first of all my condolence to the APC, APC members that had an accident recently, and may the departed soul rest in peace. And for those who are still in the hospital, we then wish them a speedy recovery. And I still want to use this opportunity to stress on certain things that, they shouldn't take whatever downfall they're undergoing, using as a propaganda to attack the opposition party, because it's quite very obvious that PDP doesn't have hand in what happened to them. It's quite unfortunate, and we have sent our condolence to them. We are with them together. We don't want no death, but we shouldn't use people's lives to play politics. That's something, it's only a narrow-minded people that thinks that way. You shouldn't use, people's life to gamble. It's quite unfortunate this thing happened. I don't use it to blame others, blame others for your own downfall, for the consequences that happen. So it shouldn't be accepted. And now that they've called for peaceful resolution by the Oba of Benin, our great king, Odion Ogboe is there. And we hope that every situation will die down now. This flames of violence, I hope it will die down. And even though not completely die down, but at least minimize, because it was actually getting out of hand. And I hope that everybody will keep to our gun. We all have to, talk to each other, so that we make sure that nothing resort to death or resort to any violence. Because we all know that PDP is not a violent party. PDP is a calm party, a party that's tolerable, a party that accepts the use of everyone, even criticism, whatever. Just that the opposition party, the PDP, Kabaka and their gang, they were the one that was perpetrating this, perpetrating the violence that was about to, go in flame. We thank God that it's all coming down. Everything is dying down gradually. And people will begin to understand that, there's nobody ambition worth the death of anybody, according to Jonathan. So we should have that and put that into consideration, so that we know how to conduct ourselves in a positive manner. Because this time around is a very sensitive situation. I have to watch what I'm saying myself, because it's a sensitive thing now that they've called for peaceful resolution. And then we'll have to guide our mouth and guard what we say, so that we don't offend one another to go in flame inside sorting. Because I saw a lot of video. That is playing out by APC, try to manipulate, picking the contents from the Oba to try to use it to endorse themselves. As we all know, Oba is non-partisan to any party, so they shouldn't use Oba words. He was so diplomatic in the way of finding resolution, a peaceful resolution into that matter. So he's a diplomatic. He used the diplomatic ability to be able to resolve the situation. And you can see now that it has died down, calmed down a bit now. The tension is a bit reduced, it's minimized. I'll try to throw some words. Some people who try to use this, use what happened in the palace, try to use it against one another. We can't play politics in everything. We should get that in our mind. We can't begin to use every little thing to play politics. Use people's life to play politics. Use the contents of statements. Use it to play politics. We can't use that to play politics. If we begin to divert ourselves into using contents or whatever to play politics, there will never be peace. There will never be peace. As Oba Bini has once expressed it, that this office is only temporarily. It's not a permanent seat. So, if you are there for 4 years, and the last you can be in is only 8 years. So why are we trying to kill ourselves for that sake? So he expressed it to each of them, that everybody should calm down, that this is not a seat for everlasting, it's temporary time. If it's too much, it's 8 years. So I hope each of everyone we'll get that in mind, and we'll have that in mind. Even Obaseki knew that anyway. He knows that he's only going to be there for 4 years, and that's all. So we are trying to send a message to Isaiah Yamu, specifically to Isaiah Yamu, that if you lose now, doesn't mean that is the end of your career. I'm someone I'm very passionate about Abraham Lincoln. If you have read the lot of books about Abraham Lincoln, how he didn't give up. He lost so many times, until eventually he became the president of America, and he was the one who freed the slaves in America. So if I know that is the kind of ideology you are trying to apply. That's what Buhari applied as well. They must have read the book of Abraham Lincoln, how he never gave up and he keep on, trying, keep on pushing on, until eventually he succeeded. So don't think that failure failure is a downgraded thing. No. So so Isaiah Yamu, I hope you have that in mind, that even though this election, if quite obvious that you've already lost this election, that the next 4 years you can still contest. Even the person you contest against can even be your supporter. Even myself, you never know. You never contest, can be your supporter next 4 years. But from this moment as time, you just have to allow Obaseki to complete what he has already started. That is what we are insisting in. It's not that we hate you. We shouldn't hate anybody, because this is politics. We can be against. Even people who are APC can still be my friend. There's nothing wrong with that. It's politics. It's your choice. But what we are saying to you is that whatever happened in this election, that don't give up. The next 4 years, you can't contest again. You know, don't give up. So it's not the end of the world if you lose this election. That is the message we are trying to send out to each of everyone. To have that in mind, that this election, don't ring it, don't cause chaos, don't cause violence, don't cause destruction, because let us just be, let us the way it is, so that we all can live amicably, peacefully with one another. That is one thing we are trying to express here and what we are trying to say. So I hope we have that in mind, because the moment you go outside lying to people, trying to portray people, because according to the Greek word, it's so opios milas poli le semata. You know, say politician politico, ote le poli le semata, opios milas grigora le semata. So these politicians, they lie. I had a conversation with somebody who said, politicians, this is what Zeyamu is going to do, this is what he's going to implement, and all this rubbish. I told you that, I said, politicians can lie. Politicians can look at you in your face and begin to lie to you. But don't ever believe whatever they say, because at the end of the day, they are good liars. That's what they are capable of. They have to look at you in the eyes and lie to you. And when they lie to you, and they win your vote, that is it. They have to be a good liar for you to be a politician. So don't believe whatever politician says. Don't believe it. They can say anything they feel like. Don't believe whatever he says, because at the end of the day, they are trying to confuse you. They are like customer services who go on try to win people to come and buy things. I've once worked as a customer service before. I know what it takes. I know how I have to lie. I have to bring people to convince them so that they can buy product that even though they never like the product. So this is one thing I'm trying to express to each of everyone, that we shouldn't get carried away about when politicians try to lay us, to support them. So we'll have to put that in mind and have that in our mind, that we shouldn't be manipulated or deceived. So having said that, I still want to use the opportunity to talk society that has been going on. I want to play this video. To some people who haven't seen the video about the peaceful resolution of the Oba of Benin, our great Oba, how you talk to them.
Disqualified from the same party for bad that the man qualified and he's not qualified and so on and so forth. And then I was surprised that what made him qualified to be there for the last 4 years. That he was qualified for the last 4 years. But they are all together, they are all the same. Then Pastor must be PDP, now he's here. So you can all see that it's all confusing to some of us.
The Oba emphasized that the Benin throne is non-partisan, and he encouraged the two leading candidates to give peace a chance. He also told them to stop the war of words and violence in some parts of the state.
Take your mind back to 2015. When before the election results were announced, President Jonathan, whom I was principal representative of when he became president after Yaradua. I carried all the letters of credence to various heads of state at the time. He made a concession speech. He picked up the telephone and called President Buhari. Then all the predictions, the forecast by international community and so on, that Nigeria is going to break up, is going to be on fire and so on. Everything quenched. Just by that singular act.
So I hope you can see what he said. I will elaborate on everything he said. What he actually said was that they said he was not qualified for the second term, but this is a man that you people brought over that he was qualified for the first place, and he ruled for 4 years, and you turn back again to say that he did not qualify again second term. So this is exactly what he was trying to stress, that this was not right, that he was not happy about that. So, I don't want too much to dwell on that, because, we've called for peaceful resolution. There's no point of us bringing it back and trying to, start, causing conflicts between, PDP and APC. So we just have to let that pass and let that go. That it's quite obvious that we understand how it played out, but eventually it's on the he was able to settle the whole matter. So I still have to use the opportunity to call on undecided voters. People wey dey home, wey be say they are still very skeptical about who they want vote for, who they want give their vote for. Make una understand say Oba Bini don put peace for the situation where they go home right from time, and now we don't put peace now. Everybody don't understand, say we need to hold our gun, we don't need to fight each other one after the other again. So we need to come to understanding that, say, this time now to vote for the person where dey your mind, wey get your choice. They say the voice of the people na be the voice of God. So make we vote for Obaseki. As Obaseki dey now, Obaseki na person wey dey very quiet. Obaseki no be violent person. We all know person wey dey portray this violence, who dey try to instigate other people make they go cause trouble. Na be specifically na be Oshomole. You understand? Na be Oshomole, na be the person wey dey cause the trouble, wey just dey ground, so wey we dey try to solve. And we know say by the special grace of God, Obaseki will come victorious. So we don't try to make them understand, those undecided voters who dey house. Avizie Kabi Baba, about Chenirowa, why here? Because Obawe Guayone. So try de PVC imagine. Now I have voted in Obaseki on the 19th of September. Now make sure Ariye Kadi Yekpe Obaseki, because no winner to the people of Edo State. So Obaseki has a vision on Mure, not only electricity you want, not only water. Then you bring them electricity, water. There's some power station already. There are even airports, Gelegele seaport. All that the things now they bring come Edo State. That moku no fear say wetin go happen. Say for the day of election, say anything go happen. No, everything don't settle. They don't call everybody down, everybody calm down. That the seat now, the seat where be the governor, not be for everlasting. Now just for 4 years or 8 years, now that they stay there rich, other person go enter. So they don't make everybody understand, say, make everybody hold our peace. So there is a peace now, and now we don't use strong words against one another. So we are now controlling our mouth, and to make sure that we control our mouth to the extent that situation like this will never happen again. So because this is the first time when this thing dey happen for Edo State, wey be say politicians wan kill themselves because of position. It's like the money wey dey there say na everlasting or countable. Because I cannot imagine why Oshomole go just put this thing for head if not be money wey wan chop. If not be money wey wan chop, why you go put this thing for head? So then Oba Bini don't talk to them, and we just pray, say, as he talk to each of everyone, everybody don't come down and begin follow the instruction way he give each of everyone to go in peace. To go in peace, which is one of the most fundamental thing to do as a governor. Peaceful, that's what it should be. So that peace in it, that's what we are holding on to. And we haven't said that. We are still going to use the opportunity to thank those people, Oba Bini and the chiefs who were able to make this thing possible for this peaceful resolution. That we need to be our brother's keeper. What is the point of hating one another? What is the point of having evil mind against one another? Just because of politics. So just because of to become a governor. So we hope that one will go erase from our mind. Imagine to bring Tony Kabaka, you now make it commissioner of Agberu. Is that what you want? I don't want people who are lenient, people who are intelligent, people who can be able to compete with outside the world. That is what that's the kind of those that we want. Someone who can be able to challenge, competent in everything. So only in Magwalo, highly educated. Those are kind of people Obaseki only the next generation of them. Those Those are the people he only trained at the end. And so we should give him a chance. He deserve a chance in him to be able to help Edo academically, so that the next generation that is coming, they will not be illiterate, very illiterate. There will be people who be able to know, who will be educated and be able to, read and write and be able to know their ground, know what they stand for. So this is exactly what we are saying, because Obaseki is not a person who compromise, does not compromise with his principle. So that is it. So he knows what he stands for. He knows what he's going to do, and if we give him that chance, believe me, he will do something that will be unbelievable to the rest of people who have been having negative perception over him. So who will be having negative perception. So those are the people we are trying to convince that at the end of the day, you will come and thank us that we who stood by Obaseki did the right thing. That's exactly the lesson that we are trying to show to those people who are against Obaseki, who have been going down with propaganda and trying to rubbish his image. But never mind. We know tomorrow they will change their mind also, because we have to convince them and persuade them that this man that we are clamoring for, Obaseki, is a man to be trusted. Is a man worthy to be a governor, a man that to be commended. So at the end of the day, victorious will give them the light. The light they be seeking for. You are seeing the light written down in your front of in your domain. If you know what if somebody never do, I will do. Then person will be say, already start something. Are they the same? Let us be honest to ourselves. Obaseki already put medulla refinery. It already put electricity on the ground. It already put airports. It already pay for all these things. They are on the ground now. You want to use it to compare Yamu, who have not even started, than just to promise you, just to speak. Which one will you take serious? Hey, when Yamu was with Lucky Igbenedion, what did he do? Nothing. He didn't do nothing. So you don't expect to come and do something now. Don't just believe on empty promises, because these are what politicians are born to do. To promise you something that they cannot do, just to look at your eyes, to promise you something that will make you happy. That is how they play the game. So Obaseki, it already starts. Now that kind of person will already start. Now person is supposed to be follow. Not the one way never start, never reach there, never test that seat before. The one way it already start, leave and make it finish the work. Now they try to tell everybody, because if you say Yamu come on board now, everything where Obaseki already starts, they will hold on to. Everything will stop. You understand? You see, is that not the same thing that we want to happen? They'll control us, go backward again. That is not what we want. We want forward ever. Backward never. Forward ever. Backward never. We have to keep on consistent. That's why I talk that word. We have to be consistent in whatever we do. Consistent in doing something forward. In following the direction that we are following. We have to be consistent. So that is exactly what I'm trying to explain to people, that we need to move forward. Move consistent in our sense of judgment. We should not let corruption overcloud our sense of judgment. You understand? We have to be consistent and move forward and do what is right. All the projects, all the amenities that this man want to put in place, give him the chance to do it. Give him the chance. We have to give him the chance to do it. That is what we are saying. So we need to stick together. This is not a battle. Say we need all hands on desk. We need everybody. In politics, you need the good, the bad, the evil. I will use this opportunity to talk to some of our presenters who are going there glam money for Obaseki. Mind the way you interact with some people, because you end up driving people who are even glam money, who are even campaign for Obaseki. We should mind the way we use words against one another. We should not be dealing with people based on assumption. You are criticizing somebody else based on assumption. Maybe the person you are criticizing is even Obaseki supporters. Then you will now go and based on assumption. You saw that person. Then I will not mention him, but I think the person will know he will know himself. We should mind the way we use our words to portray other people, because we cannot live on assumption. You are not there. You will not be there during the time of vote. Maybe on the way what accusing him, maybe the person you are accusing, you will just surprise say now that person want go person where they suspect say one vote, will not be go vote for. You just passing now Obaseki na they might to vote for, but you don't already insult am. Driver come out, you go by the person go for somebody else. So more will mind the way they the way they interact with other people. More will not just they look say this person because they follow person will be APC. That definitely now APC member we shouldn't reason like that. Let's play politics in a civilized manner. If you know how to play politics, you need the good, the bad, the evil. Everybody you need them together. Mix up together. Don't base your judgment on absorption. You understand? So I'm trying to use this word. I will send this word to some people to area where you go. Make the person understand that we need everybody on board. We need everybody. Don't start using your absorption to drive people away from the party. Person even they campaign for the party, you are driving them away because of you have a suspicion that the person might not be Obaseki supporters. How do you know? You will be surprised that the person is inside heart. You will be surprised that inside that person heart, the person is even more die hard than you. So I'm sending this word to somebody specifically that you know himself. Stay away, stop destroying people. Just let people be. Because everybody know who they are going to vote for. Because they are not stupid. They have mind to decide. If they begin to mingle, if somebody who is a PDP member begin to mingle with someone who is an APC member, it does not necessarily mean that he will vote for the same party because he mingle with that person. Does that mean somebody who is a PDP will not have a friend that is APC now? Let's also be civilized, open our eyes. We should not just begin to hate ourselves because of parties and inflation. No, we are still one. After the end of the election, we will still come as one again. But one thing I want you to know, for you to be able to convince somebody, the opposition party, you need to be very close to that person. That's a mind that is very clever. A mind that is, this is what the Greek explains, you have to be very smart. If you want to win somebody, you cannot be far away from that person to win that person heart to your party. You have to be close to that person. You understand? Time will come when you be in the beer parlor, you begin to start debating. This one will ask questions, you will still ask questions, you will throw away one, this one will throw away, this one will answer, this one will throw away. The person might not agree with you instantly, but if you go ask, you go reason. The kind of point where you give am, say the point where this guy give me, it makes sense. So say it makes sense. You go ask. Before you know it, inside heart, even though you not even come vote that very day in your presence. If you want to go vote, inside and you go vote for the person who you feel convinced with. So don't be far away. Don't be throwing stone to somebody because it's in far distance. You say that person not in my party, now evil person. No, the person might even be more believer of Obaseki than you. Where you just try to insult people. When we say based on your assumption, say the person because he belongs to this party, he can never change his mind or her mind to become to other party. You are wrong. That's where you get it wrong. That is where you get it wrong. You understand? Because even Christianity, when they go, they win so to church. How do they go outside? You think they go? They will confess people. Talk to them. The person might not agree today. He might not agree tomorrow. But some point we go give them. The person will go comfort himself. Say the person now truth they talk. So please, my brother, we should learn from that. That we shouldn't be hating anybody who is campaign or joining us to fight joining the moving train. We should not try to use our assumption based on negative perspective because of suspicious that the person might not vote for Obaseki. If we continue to live like that, there will not be nobody who will be in the moving train anymore. So change that idea, change that that mindset. Make sure that everyone belongs, everyone is involved. If anyone that is opposition party, try to convince that person. Try to convince that person and load that person into the party. That's how you win them. You don't win them by distancing yourself away from them. You don't win them by castigating them. You don't win them by throwing insult to them. No, you win them by by to be able to convince them. But the only way you can win them is by interaction. If there's no interaction, how can you be able to know his opinion? That is it. Nobody is perfect. It's only fool who say he knows it all. Nobody's perfect. So we just have to have interaction with those who are opposition party, who are opposition members. Have interaction with them. Talk to them. Then at the end of the day, with your point, with what you can be able to, with what you can be able to share with them, then you'll be able to lead them to your own party. Not by castigating them or speaking them derogatory word against them and try to be malice to them. No, that's not how you are going to win people into the party. You have to be able to convince them, have interaction with them, and give them some point that will make them believe that that's the reason why you are supporting a specific person. That is how. So I'm sending this message specifically to somebody who knows himself, and I will send the video to him so that he will get himself together, so that there will not be conflict between all of us based on an assumption that the person that we are suspecting might not be for Obaseki. The person maybe you are seeing that is having double mind. So maybe the other party, they've convinced that person already. So for you to win that person, but you have to be close and give him, make that person realize the help that have been rendered to him before. Make him realize and see society, see the future. I was in a debate once at a time ago, a few days ago, and we had interaction. What was the interaction? It was based on how can I be able to convince them that Obaseki is the main man, based on a point. That's anywhere there's Obaseki, anywhere they come to 2020 election at those states, I don't care which channel. I will, they invite me, I will go there and speak my own mind. If I'm invited, if I see my invitation from inbox, I will go there and make sure I turn up. I'll go there and make sure I'll speak my own mind. It's based on invitation. I'm always there. So when they invite me, I'll go there. Even when I was, last about a few days ago, I was able to make my point about the reason why they should see sense why Obaseki should be voted back again. I made my analysis. They look at it. The guy look at it. They say, "Yeah, you make sense." I said, "Yes, this is the basic truth. This is how I can be able to, because I've made research to find out who Obaseki really is." You understand? It's not. I don't go on propaganda trying to, rubbish somebody. I will go there and make research and find the research myself. And when I discover the research, I can tell that this person sweet my spirit, especially when it sweet my soul. Then I will say, yes, I will do everything possible to stand by that person. I don't compromise just simply because people think. Someone wrote me on my inbox that you've been paid. How much are you being paid? I said, being paid? I'm not paid to do this. I'm doing it for my own free will because I feel that I feel that I want to be part. That opportunity with judge, that I was part of the government that came on board, that turned the state to something else. That's something. I don't want to be paid. That wasn't going to pay me. Even if I was going to spend my money. It's spending my time, spending my money, spending my time to be able to, make sure that I contribute my quota. So that I will say that I want people to realize to some specific area, to some of our diehard members, to please stop insulting one another, insulting opposition people. Even though they are not with you, they are not with us yet, you will still be able to win them back. We have interaction during our WhatsApp group. We can still interact and talk something reasonable so that we get this thing right. Because commotion is going on, fighting is going on between one another. Because why? Because of ideas. Somebody comes idea, then you start suspecting that person. No, everybody have right to come up with any idea. But let us be together, stick together, and begin to do one cause, what we are fighting for. The same thing is just to be victorious 19. It's not far anymore. People are they are clamoring for us. They are seeing the moving train. They are seeing how many, they are seeing we are everywhere. Trying to lure people into the party. And even as you can see the way Oba expressed it, it's very diplomatic. Very diplomatic. He made the peace resolution. It was quiet and calm. And so they all went on peacefully. And it's quite obvious. Even Isaiah surprised me, was able to go there and bow down and say, "This is my senior brother." Because he knew quite well that Obaseki is 80%, 80 to 90%. It's going to be 80%, 80 to 90%. Less than 70%, that's a ring. So we are very sure of the victory. But even though we are very sure, even though we are still 90% sure of the victory, it's still not completed yet. We still need more people. We still have to keep on pushing on until it's over. It's not over until it's over. Don't forget that. It's not over until it's over. So we need to keep on speaking out, reaching out. That is it. Pushing forward and reaching out to everyone that we are all for Obaseki. We are all for Obaseki. Obaseki is the answer. There is no other answer. Obaseki is the answer. And that is it. That's what we should do. And that's what we stand for. And that's the only way we can be able to be victorious. Because when you give up to say, yes, we've already won, believe me, they start luring people into their party before we know it. So let's not sleep. We are not going to be slumber this time. So we have to be awake 24/7 to make sure that victory is achieved on the 19th of September. So I would say that I just want to use the opportunity to say, please do me a favor and help me share this video. Help me share this video. Help me share this video. Because we are all part of it already. Giving your listening ear is part of the contribution that you are giving. Because at the end of the day, you helping me sharing it. So one or two person can be able to, see it and be convinced as well. So you are doing the same job I'm doing. It doesn't matter because I'm here, the one talking. You are also participating as well. Please help me share this video. I want this video. The good thing about it is to get the video shared. That is one thing. And put 4+4 talk back. which is which will be very, very commendable, that you put 4+4 Ogba. So having said that, we need to hold our ground, hold our tie that the situation we are facing, that we are coming up gradually. I want to also understand that there are so many things listed on the list that we are going to talk about. We have a lot to talk about. And I will use my Bini, I will use Pidgin English, because we get light problem. We are facing electricity problem. You see, it's not only electricity problem they are facing in Nigeria, they are facing petrol problem. They cannot even turn up, there's no, the petrol, they've increased the petrol from how much now? For 140 something, for 148 naira to now 160 naira. How can common man live, for goodness sake? You understand how common man lives? With their lives, you cannot imagine to pay money for generator. It's terrible. For them to be able to get light, they stay 24/7 light. Now they've even increased the amount of petrol. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what these people are going through? My heart bleeds when I see all this. You see, these people, I have once said it before. Buhari and their government, they are very insensitive human beings. They are very insensitive. These people, they are not competent. They don't have feeling for those. They don't have feeling for common man. That is the reason why we are calling for 1 million votes. I read what one of the students, they all come about. I was amazed. They're waking up to reality. He said, according to the news, the Nigeria student, it's time for them to fight back or lose it all. That's the Nigeria student, Aduze Azeze, said. It was coming out and it will be consumed every one of us if care is not taken. Electricity free has been hit by 300%. Petrol is now 160 naira. Some places it's only 50 naira, but it was reported, but it's now 160 naira per barrel. Can you imagine? He said there is a war for beyond glamour for resumption, and we either confront the government on the street now or face humiliation when school resume. The war shall consume us all if we do not fight back. You see, this is what I've said before. This was the news. So they were saying that they have to fight back. Who is calling me? So this is the same president that called lazy youth. It's time for people to come for 1 million march. 1 million march to count for demand accountability. These people are incompetent. We need a young, energetic, competent, intellectual person to take the country to the next level. These people we have as president, as government, these people are just wasting our future, wasting the generation lives, destroying lives. These people are not competent to be able to take this country to take this country to the next level. These people are incompetent. So we need 1 million march. I hope these people, these students, now they are waking up to reality, to see the reality that these people, they don't mean well for Nigerians. These people, they don't mean well. These people are old. Imagine a man who is 60 to 70 something years old with big stomach go for bilateral relationship with another country. They be given given a document to sign without even reading it. They will just sign because they don't have time. Go and look Britain and EEC. They have been having bilateral trying to have a bilateral relationship for how many years now? They've been dragging, going up, front and back, because why? They want each of every country want their own benefits, specifically for their own citizens. But do Nigeria ministers or Nigeria government, do they do that? No, because people don't care, because they have a diplomatic passport. So other people's situation is inconsequential. That is what it is. If you have a young, energetic man, believe me, it will take time to study everything that the bilateral relationship they are having, whatever they are giving him, what they are trying to sort out. That's why a visa free to any foreign country, because why the Minister of Foreign Affairs does not even read the document that has been given to them for them to sign. These people are incompetent. These people are daft. That's why you see, even in their documents, some of their documents signed is that will be, even though they've been told that you'll be restricted for visa free to come to our country without no objection. They don't even read it to see objection what is written underneath. They just sign. That's it. Because why? They are sleeping, snoring at home. Lazy, fat, big stomach idiot with no intellectual. Those are the kind of minister that we have in Nigeria, who does not even know their left and right. That is what we are going through in Africa. But you see, Europe, before they have a bilateral relationship or bilateral, they have a trade relationship, they have to scrutinize whatever document that is on top, that is in front of them. They will scrutinize it. They will watch out to make sure that they benefit. Each of everyone try to, be up against one another. They will make sure that they have the biggest share out of the deal. But Nigeria, no. So long that they can just give them their cut, that's finished. That's in Nigeria to you. So long that they can be able to ask for bilateral relations or ask for any trade deal, just give them their cut, they satisfy, because all they care for is for them and their children and their family. They don't care for others. Come on, man. They don't care for them. They don't give a damn about them. So it's time for us to wake up that because these people are fat, big, with abadan and big stomach and, lazy, they have them as ministers. How can we move forward with people like this incompetent? An 80-year-old man still dragging to be a minister. Tell me, what does he know? So we are missing, we need energetic somebody, 30-something, who will be able to spend time and study whatever document that is in front of him or her. That's the kind of people we need, competent. He will spend time. You see, there was a conference, a conference room that Obaseki was being interviewed. You know what he said? He said, last time he spent 16 hours cross-checking some document to make sure that everything in the right perspective. He spent 16 hours. That's what you call governor. He said to be a governor is not easy. But people like Isaiah, to be a governor is easy because you will not have time to be studying all these things. All he needs is just to loot money and go away and do whatever he feel like. Do whatever he feel like. But somebody like Obaseki, he spent 16 hours. Sometimes he don't even sleep. Sometimes he don't even sleep. He don't even have time for himself. But, because that is the kind of thing we need in Nigeria. We need energetic somebody. Somebody that will be able to spend time and study and read and be able to put this in the right way. Not all this cargo that we have, all these old good for nothing ministers that we have in Nigeria. There is no one you can bring out, you can call out that this person knows exactly what he's doing. No, none of them. They are just there for their own interests. They are just there for their own interests. And it's time for us to wake up. And I'm going to use an opportunity to call on some, a video that that reached me not quite long, about a guy that was that have been in a situation for so long. It's according to the information reaching us, this guy is from Anambra State. So this is a Nigerian. Let's not forget that he's a Nigerian, and we cannot just let this guy suffer just like that. So we need to call on their parents or somebody who knows them, so that they can find how they can rescue this guy, come back. I will play the video to you guys. This guy is from Anambra State, and he was used for collateral to Pakistan. And this guy has been there for being in detention with these Pakistani people for almost a year and some months now. You can see how tiny he is now. My heart bleeds the way they be maltreating him. You can see. Yeah? So you can see the way they be maltreating him. They don't give him food. The other Igbo guy, sold him for collateral. In fact, he sold him anyway. Sold him for collateral, and he ran to Nigeria to marry a wife and start building home. He left the other guy there. So we are sending message that whoever knows this guy, Obiaro Okonkwo Patrick, go and submit yourself. This is evil. You are giving bad name to Nigeria. Enough of you people giving bad name to Nigeria. We need to call you people out. Enough is enough of your evil deed. Enough is enough for your evil deed. You cannot keep on giving Nigeria bad name. Everywhere we go, this is how people portray us. This is how people portray us. We cannot accept this anymore. People have to turn away and take a new leave. Go and work. Go and look for a job and work hard. Don't stop duping people. You have to stop duping people, stealing people's money. This is not good. You are giving Nigeria a bad name, and people will begin to categorize us as the same. So we are sending a message that anybody who knows him, they should get him arrested. They should get him arrested. He should be arrested and put in jail. He should be arrested and put in jail because this cannot be accepted. You cannot keep on giving Nigeria bad name. How can you use somebody for collateral and you run away to go and get married and build houses and start spending money here and there when you've stolen somebody's money? When somebody trusts you, do you know what is trust? For somebody to give you some certain things. And at the end of the day, you betray that person. Do you know how you will feel? And not only that, you will use somebody collateral. And we are sending message to other Nigeria, to Igbos. Stop using yourself for collateral. Stop using yourself. Stop using. This is not the first time this thing have happened. It happened before. Stop using yourself for collateral because why? You want to stand for your brother. There's no brother in things like this because at the end of the day, you don't know his mind. It doesn't mean because you all come from the same place, the same state, Anambra state, that he's going to be there for you. Even somebody that is even from your place can even be more worse than outsider. Did you know that? You understand? So stop putting yourself in this kind of situation. Look at where you end up now. And please, anyone who knows where this Patrick is, they should send the message to Nigeria. Please share this video. Send the message to Nigeria and get that Patrick Okonkwo arrested. To make sure that he will go and submit himself and free this innocent guy that does not know anything about it, but he just being a victim of circumstances. This should not be accepted. This is evil. It's completely evil. And not only that, you are giving Nigeria a bad name, and that person will wake tomorrow night will see all Nigerians will say they are all the same, that we are all the same. That's how they give Nigeria a bad name. If there is a place for you to go and work and earn your own money. What's wrong with you people? Do you have to go and dupe somebody else? Did you know the person that you dupe is like you killed that person? It's like you killed that person. Eh? How can somebody work hard? All of a sudden, somebody will just come from nowhere and that's it. Is that proper? Logically, does that make sense? So we are sending message to everyone, sending this message out that the people will all have to come together to make sure that this guy is rescued. That this one that have caused this situation, so to get him arrested in Nigeria, because the picture will be sent to everywhere, to everybody. That's why I say, you people help me to share this video so that anybody who knows him will call him out, so that we can get him arrested and send him back to Pakistan to go and submit himself, so this guy will be free. For imagine a year and some months now, this guy's been suffering for nothing he known of, and he just suffering for somebody else downfall. He cannot be paying a price that he does not know nothing of. It should not be accepted. So it should not be accepted. Believe me, it bored my heart. I couldn't sleep last night. I couldn't sleep the very day I saw this thing. I was mad as hell. There was no way it should be accepted in a society where somebody will just go and suffer for nothing known of. For somebody else, simply because we are all one. They say we are brothers. Because from his own perception, it was quite obvious that he believed that he was going to pay the money back. So I hope we put that into consideration to share this video, to help me share this video. And if anyone want to call, I bet if I want call, Mokuna help me share this video to make sure that this person will do this evil also say he's arrested, we put him for jail, because there's no way this person will go scot-free just like that for somebody else's problem. There's no way we should allow him to go scot-free. So we need to put this guy where he belongs and find this guy and rescue these people, so that we use this man to tell other people, say, man, I'm not go fall a victim again, because this one are victim of circumstances. This one are victim of circumstances. So we are are also going to use this opportunity to talk to for married women, so people who are going to go and be sleeping with married women. Please divert away from such situation. Adultery is not good. We should condemn what is evil. It's time for us to start condemning what is evil. Because imagine, how can somebody go and be sleeping with somebody else's wife? How can such things shouldn't be accepted. So something shouldn't be accepted. And we are trying to send a message to those who are doing those such evil. Should desist away from it. Should desist away from it. So we are sending this message to people who have been constituting nuisance. Because there was this video that just came to me, and that I just received. And I'll try to play it, to see that this kind of barbaric attitude should not be accepted in our society. It should be condemned. That we hope such thing will not repeat itself again. We hope such thing will not repeat itself again. Don't know if I still have the video here. So this is what I'm saying. Anyone who still if you feel like you want to participate in today's program, you can call him. You can express yourself in any language, in any way that you can. Let me see some people who is watching. Okay, thanks for watching, Regina Eman. I can see you. And then Sonny Atas Ajayi, my guy, a long time, my brother, long time. I can see you, Vivian Dominic. Nice to be here. Thank you. I can see you also. My God, long time. So I'm seeing each of everyone. Please help me share this video. We need to come together as one. So to make sure that our voice carry weight. To make sure our voice carry weight, that we win this election. Because it won't be long. It's not long now. We are very close. So the time is very close, and by special grace of God, we will become victorious. We will become victorious by special grace of God, because things are going in the right direction. I'm trying to get the video so that I don't know why I didn't put this video down yet, but something must have happened. So this is the video I'm trying to play to show that people should desist away from adultery, because this is not right in our society. Yeah, you see. I don't know if I'll be able to show it proper, but people manage it. He went to go and sleep with somebody else's wife, and they got stuck together. They got stuck together. This kind of attitude is wrong. You cannot be sleeping with somebody else's wife. Look at the repercussion of it. So he went and look at. They brought themselves out. This is disgraceful act. This is the consequences you get when you sleep with somebody else's wife. And the people who were there, they didn't even do something. They didn't even do something that was right. They were beating him upon all the pain that he was going through. You see, I don't know if people, I don't know if you could see the thing very well, but that's how much I can share it. But we are sending this message that this is the repercussion you get when you go on sleeping with somebody else's wife. See, this is for this kind of immoral act. It's improper, it's unacceptable, and it's not good. We should condemn. Imagine, you imagine being caught with the husband that to find his wife with somebody else, with his neighbor. So this kind of a thing, it does happen. But it's very rare such thing happen. But it is not proper. It is not proper because this is why we are trying to tell. This thing happened in Yoruba land. Let's not mistake. This is what happened. They were speaking Yoruba. Maybe people didn't hear, but we are trying to use it. It can happen in anywhere. It can happen in Edo State. It can happen in any place. But what we are condemning is that, according to the news, what was written behind it is that sleeping with somebody else's wife should be condemned by everybody. It is not right. Adultery is not right, and it's not good to be sleeping with somebody else's wife. Well, there are so many women outside. Only a small-minded people would think that way, to go to somebody else's wife to go and be doing that kind of rubbish. When there are women everywhere. There are women everywhere. It's only an idiot, low-minded, that cannot talk to a woman. Why would woman and another man's wife? Why must you be captivated to another man's wife anyway for the first place? So that's uncalled for. I don't condone such thing. I don't condone such thing, and I condemn it. Whenever I see anything that is inappropriate, I'll make sure I condemn it, and I don't sign to that. So we are using it to using this opportunity to talk to those ones, to diverse of such immorality, such immoral acts. Come on. It's not proper. You are sleeping with somebody else. What if somebody sleep with your wife? How will you feel? You can imagine the pain the other, the man, the husband is going through. You can imagine. And not only that, the whole neighbor, they all came out to see your wife. What a disgrace. That's the worst disgrace you can ever think of. So I just want to say that to make some point that this thing should not be tolerated. It should not be accepted. People should get your mind right, because I believe that those who on their mind is not right that will go for somebody else's wife and be doing something immoral. So this is why I just want to condemn that. Use the opportunity to speak out to condemn that I don't condone such nonsense. So having said that, and I hope people can be a part of this today program. I know you people are busy. I can see who is here. Humphrey Ogboe, thank you for being part of today's program. Thank you for being part of today's program. But I was expecting you all to share if it's possible. And if you have anything to say, you can join me to share it also. To call, you can call and express yourself, because I want to talk to undecided voters who are at home. All decided voters, make una understand, say time don dey reach ground o. Una not let 5,000 naira, 3,000 naira buy una vote. Okay, so make una do that one. So as you do that, God will bless each of every one of you. Then let me put music to read comments. Yeah, thank you for being part of today's program. Yeah. Yes, so it's another day, another blessed day. This is the day the Lord has blessed. So thank you for being part of today. So if anyone have anything, yes, so come on now, baby. So yes. Talk about, thank you all for 4+4. Talk about, yes, 4+4. Talk about, yes, talk about. Dan, 4+4. Talk about, yeah, Dan. Thanks for being part of today. You've been a help. Thanks for being there today. Okay, Meg Eagle, I can see you. Thanks for being part of today's program. Thanks for being part of today. Doboya, Kede, Said. Thanks for being part of today's program. God bless. Bros Mike, Bros. Thanks for being part of today's program, Bros. Hello. Hey, Bros. Igwe Shinere, thanks for being part of today's program. Thanks. Barry Osaruyi. Thanks for being part of today. Thank you for participating. I can see you. Amada Oyeye Dike. Oh, thank you for being part of today. God bless you. Thank you for being part of today's program. And also with Linda Okongs Ajero. Cheers. God bless. I cannot read all, but I can read only few that have participated today. Even though I cannot read you, I will read you all next time. I only take 5 or 6 or 7 maximum. So, but bear with me, and God will bless you all for being part of today's program. Thank you all. And I hope you enjoyed today's program. But sometimes we come with a strong, messages. But these are messages that we should share to one another. That things are really hard back home in Nigeria, specifically, in those states, as the election is mounting on, and we are all part of it and prepared. Now, thank you for being part of today's program. God will bless you all for participating and for giving your listening ear. Thanks. God bless. Peace.